This is a season right now that I don't know what it is that you are waiting for God to do, but what I know about leaders is that we're always waiting for the next. But I want you to write this down today. You should be living like God is doing what you're waiting for. So whatever it is that you're waiting for right now, like your actions shouldn't change in that next season. You should already be living and behaving like that thing is occurring. So if we're gonna get our spirit prepared, if we're gonna get ourselves to a place that we're available to God, I think the first thought that we have to consider is this word patience. Everyone say patience. Like that's not a fun word to talk about, but that's actually, I think, what God's calling our generation to understand. That if you wanna be a person who's preparing right now for what he has next for you, it's gonna require patience. And here's the truth, patience does not mean waiting. Because like one way or another, you're gonna wait. Patience is the attitude that you maintain while you wait. So can you actually be patient? Can you take on the right attitude while you wait for God to do the thing that you're believing for? And here's the annoying thing about patience, right? Because some of you, you're about to pray one of the boldest prayers you've ever prayed. In a moment, as we get ready to close this session, you're gonna say, God, make me patient. And guess what? He's gonna answer that request. It's called traffic on Monday. It's called slow internet on Tuesday. Because the only way God can make you patient is he has to put a trial or a test in front of you that will make you wait, and he wants to see the attitude that you take on while you wait. See, if you're really gonna live the dream and if you're really gonna sell out and say, I'm in with you, Jesus, I'm telling you, you can trust God that his timing is better than your timing. I'm telling you, the only thing worse than not waiting on God is wishing that you had. We want to be a generation that we actually trust God and his timing. You know, we didn't just start a church out of nowhere. It's funny how like Instagram and how things can just pop up and it can be kind of confusing. A lot of people will come to me like, yo man, it seems like VOO Church just grew so quick. And we've had some incredible growth, but you need to understand that VOO Church, in September, it'll be a 4-year official story, but it's not really a 4-year official story. Like there's a whole lot to the story. And if you really want to go back to the beginning of VOO Church, it started when I was 17 years of age in Adelaide, Australia, sitting on the second row of a conference like this. I can't remember who was preaching. I can't remember what the session was about. All I remember is answering the call of God, saying, God, whatever you ask of me, I will go. And it was in that session that I started getting visions and I started getting ideas and I started believing that God had a big future for me. I started seeing myself doing things that I wasn't presently doing at that moment. We're talking about like 18 years ago. And many of the things that God showed me when I was 17 are just now coming to pass. But can I just be honest with you? When God started giving me opportunities and God started using me, I never wanted to ever take advantage, or I never wanted to get familiar with the opportunities. I remember when I was in Bible college, we started this like little prayer meeting, and about 30 people ended up showing up to this prayer meeting. I thought that was like revival at my Christian college, you know? I'd be preaching, I'd be shouting, I'd like get in, there's like 30 people. I'd be like, let's go, you know? And I remember that summer I'd started this little group and it was called Broken. We had a worship team and I was the preacher. How cool is that name, Broken? God only works with broken stuff. And my dad purchased us a minivan and a trailer and he booked us all up and down the East Coast preaching at different little youth ministries. I remember one time in particular, I've told the story before, but I showed up in the state of Georgia to a youth meeting. There was 5 people in the youth meeting. I still used a microphone. Why? Because I didn't see 5 people. I believe that one day, if we would just stay faithful, God could give us arenas full of people, and I wanted to practice and live like God was already doing what I was waiting for. See, the challenge with God is that when God knocks on your door and opportunity knocks, you can't say, yo, come back later. Some of us, we don't even understand it, but like opportunity is already knocking, but you're complaining about the noise. You thought your opportunity was going to be easy. No. God opportunities are presented to you full of obstacles, full of challenges. Today, How did we get here? It's taken us 10 years to even get into a space like this. 10 years of just grinding and being faithful and saying, God, we're gonna be patient. We're gonna trust, Lord, that when you actually knock on the door, we're gonna be ready to go. I remember a couple months ago, some of our friends, I was getting ready to go preach at a church, and some of my friends were coming to pick me up that morning, but the call time was like 5:45 a.m. How many of you know that Jesus is not even awake at 5:45 a.m.? And literally, I'll never forget it because like somehow my buddies, they were able to like break into the house and like they're knocking on my bedroom door like, Rich, you gotta wake up. And I wake up kind of like, what do we mean? And they're like, you have to fly today. I was like, oh, my bags aren't packed. Like I wasn't ready. And I just wonder how many of us in this place, we're so dreaming about the future. We're so excited about the next season, but we're missing our opportunity to patiently pursue the things of God and let him prepare in us the things that he has for us, so the day that he does knock on our door, the bags are packed, we're ready to go. I've already seen myself doing this. I'm being patient, waiting on God. Yes, I am scared, but I am not wasting one moment not getting prepared.